It's easy. Incredible.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Vikings and the Packers under the lights on Sunday night.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the... What a way to ring in the new year. Final game of calendar year 2023. The Packers and Vikings. Off we go on New Year's Eve. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his fourth NFL season, Jordan Love.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The numbers for Jones last week, 11 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And when you see those numbers, there should be no hesitation to give him the rock early and often in this one. Ride the hot hand while he's producing like this.
2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. And look at this defense for the Vikings. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Packers at 7 and 8 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I think I used fortnight. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This goes out wide from Madison. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Now a 2nd and 6. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Fights through him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Madison is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with 4. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Love now. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Throwing. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They go back to the ground with Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Love from the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14. There he goes, right side. And all the way down to the 39. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in Nick's case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Jones now on first down. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. There's Hutchinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ready? On 1st and 10, Love. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's 4. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Love. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
This is 4th. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Love now to pass on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Luke Musgrave, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Alexander Madison leading this Vikings offense out there to begin the next drive. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 12, operating from the 39. Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets it to Addison. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Back to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Sly able to put this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Final play of the half, Love. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This taken in at the goal line. Come the Vikings, they'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Here we go, get set.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go, 11.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this right upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, 52 yards. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Jones on third down. This one caught by Osborne, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. KJ Hamler returning it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this the holiday season because here we are in
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Touchdown! KJ Osborne. A dynamo since the bright 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a... He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 78 yards. And the Packers are able to at least get one score back. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Here we go. 11.
From the 31, Jones over the middle. That's caught by Herring. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to have the hook up here with Herring. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal. It's a tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
21.
Now Jones. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings just continue to roll. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that. And now the rookie's free. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Packers are able to claw one back. Carlson's extra point up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Ready.
Right back to him on first down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Love, they go play action now. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On the ground, it's Ford. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs from 4 yards out. And the Packers get a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Love throwing for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing Jones, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll go Madison up the middle. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is caught. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 22, Jones finds his tight end Oliver here outright. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
11, 21.
Looking to throw. Jones throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison from 6 yards away. And the Vikings have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
26.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, Love. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now Jones to throw on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He'll find Harry on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a give to Madison. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Let's go. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Play action this time with Love. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
To throw now. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
A higher scoring.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's